What's up, everybody, and welcome in to another edition of Big Man on Basketball. It is Friday, January 13th, 2023. I hope you're all having a great day wherever you are. We are here live, as always, Monday through Friday on the Barstool Sportsbook YouTube channel. I'm your host, Jeff Nadu, and welcome in. Another day, another dollar, another night to make a whole holla. All right, we're here. We're here. Let's wrap it up. Let's do it. Let's get it done. Friday night, last day of the week, at least for me on the show. Remember, programming note, I will be live tomorrow at 11 o'clock a.m. with Kelly and Megan on Twitter Spaces, breaking down the card. We do about an hour, so make sure you check into that. Plenty of hoops tomorrow. But we have 14 games on the card tonight. I'm not going to hit all of them, but I'm going to hit some of them. And all in all, I'm sure we'll get to pretty much every one of them because I'm sure people will have questions. If you have a question, drop it right now in the chat box, and we will get to you in just a second. Now, back to last night. It was the night of bad beats, to be honest. I, on the show, went 1-1, and I got to be honest, I thought it should have been 2-0. That said, I threw out Seattle as well. That should have been 3-0. You look at the winner, Youngstown, Detroit. That game went how I thought it would. Got into the 80s. In fact, one team got into the 80s, one team got to 79, 163 points. We had 155. Easy winner. Gonzaga. Okay, let's kind of understand where they were, okay? With 7 minutes to go in the first half, they had 37 points. Now, when you have a team total of 79.5, you're just hoping for 40. Anything you get over that, a bonus, right? You want to be halfway there. But with 7 minutes left, you have 37. I'm thinking we could get 60. We could get 55. Now, from 7 minutes on, they only scored 7 points. They ended up scoring, 8 points. They ended up scoring 44 points. No, they scored 7 points. My apologies. So 7 points over the final 7 minutes. I kind of felt like, at least to me, I've seen this before. This is a loser. Because, again, you go from getting 55 in the first half to 44. That's a huge difference. Because now you're not as right to where you want to be. But I'm still thinking, all right, we have 44. All we need is, 37 more, 36 more? You get a winner. I see there's 10 minutes to go and they have 55. Gonzaga just completely hit a wall. How that happens, I don't know. I don't know how you score for 13 straight minutes, better than anyone can score, and then you just hit a wall and you just stop scoring. Now, naturally, we get what we want, right? 10 seconds to go. All Gonzaga needs is a bucket. You put your head down, you get to the basket, you either lay it up or you get to the line, you make some free throws, we go to overtime. Nope, of course not. Gonzaga pulls it for 3, kid hits it. Regardless of whether it hit or not, that was that. And they score 75, of course, 5 away from where we actually need. Guys, I've been doing this long enough where you can almost understand you just can't have those things happen. And that's how it goes. What do? What can you do? Nothing. You just move on to the next. That's basketball for you. I don't get too high, I don't get too low. But it's what could be, right? What could have been. But it wasn't. So you move on to Friday, and you get it going. All right, let's say hello to some people. Steven Marinello, Lucky Luciano, Dalton Dom, Shay Rio, Justin Casey, Matt, Brendan, Austin, John, James, Ty, Drew, Josh. What's up? How are you? Yeah, Josh, I don't think anybody bet that. Guys, listen, relax. I don't think anybody bet that, Josh, but hey, good for you. You won. Congrats. Let's go to the card tonight. I'm not going to be on too long here, probably till about 4:30. Seattle was up 11 with 2 minutes to go. They were at 14 with 2 minutes to go, and they didn't cover 4. They won by 3. Unfortunately, there's nothing I can do. It was the right side. Gonzaga was the right side. There's nothing I can do. College basketball can be a real cruel mistress. It really can. Because that kind of stuff doesn't really happen in other sports. I mean, basketball happen occasionally, NBA, but There's some cruel things that go on. They really are. Same to you. Let's get into the card for today. I want to start with a game that's going off in about 55 minutes. The Yale Bulldogs take on the Cornell Big Red in Cornell. Now, this is a big-time Ivy League matchup. You got one team wants to go a mile a minute. Cornell wants to play up and down. Yale, pretty efficient, always a good defensive team under James Jones. This should be a game that, I kind of had where it is. Now, I've noticed that Yale has flipped to a favorite. I saw it 1.1, 1.5 point favorites. Big. That's big. Whenever you see a team on the road go from a dog to a favorite, that's interesting. Now, what I find interesting about this line is last night, Bellarmine played Stetson. Same situation. They opened as a dog, went to a favorite, and got crushed. So the question is, what gives here? I'll be honest, I don't like small road favorites. They don't normally win. And to be honest, I look at this game and I kind of say to myself, why is this number only 144.5 or 145.5, whatever you got? To me, it seemed a bit low. I mean, you have two teams here in conference that are 1-2 in the Ivy in pace. You have a Cornell team that you're going to get efficiency from. This is a Yale team that gets to the line. They're pretty good in the two-point offense variety. I think you see a lot of transition in this game. You look at one game last year, didn't go over, but the other game was very high scoring. I think it got to like 155. I think 4 of the last 5 in this series have gone over the posted total. To me, it seemed a bit low. I mean, at any rate, you look at how these teams are going to play, it's both very transition reliant. Cornell is just good on offense. They do everything well. They hit threes. They're good in the half court. They don't turn it over. They hit the offensive glass. I thought this was like first to 75 wins. It was 75, 73, something like that. 81, 77, something like that. I think it gets into the high 70s, maybe even 80. But you don't even need high 70s. You need one team to get high 70s. But 79-70 is a winner here. I think 145, I think it's too low. I don't love it. It's a small card. I'd probably play a half unit on this. I have 2 plays tonight. I'm going to play for a half unit each. 2 plays, a half a unit each. I'm risking 1 unit. Let that be a lesson to some of you. Half a unit each. I don't love these plays, but there's not much on this card today. This is one that I did play. Over 145, I played. It's 145.5 now. Some people have 144.5. I think 145 is a solid number here. So that's one that I'm on. And again, half a unit. Let's see how it goes. Yeah, what are you going to do? That's how it goes. Michigan. What if you had that last night? By the way, if you have a dog and it goes to overtime, you generally can kiss it goodnight. It's probably not going to win. That's just how it goes. This is an interesting one. State of Ohio. I've talked before how much I love Kent State. I think this team is really good. I think they're really, really good. I love their guard play. I love Malik Jacobs on the perimeter defensively. They're just a strong, blue-collar, tough, hard-headed team. I liked them against Toledo. Got the job done there. Now, this one a little tougher. Ohio, well-coached, always have good guard play. This one's went up from 3.5 to 4.5, kind of the way that Toledo game went. The one saving grace you have with Kent is they're one of the better against the spread teams in America. You look at their ATS numbers this season. I want to bring them up. I don't have them in front of me, but I'm going to bring them up right now. Overall, in 14 games, Kent State 11-3 to the number. On the road, 6-2 against the number. And as a favorite, they've covered 7 of 10. So this team has been very good for bettors. That said, Ohio's been pretty good as well. Been good as a dog. What gives here? Well, to me, I don't think this is a vintage Ohio team. I think they're good. I don't think they're great. And you look at so far, they've been really dependent on the 3 ball. Really dependent. And I don't think that's a real good, strong way to win games. I just don't. You have a lot of variance in your games. You either make them or you don't. And when you have a long, lengthy team like Kent, things can get ugly quick. because Kent's going to put you in a fucking blender. You look at so far in the MAC, out of what 12 teams in the MAC, I believe there are, maybe 14. Ohio's 12th in 2-point offense. Not sustainable. What that means is you're not going to get in transition against Kent. And when you're in the half court, you're going to get slogged down. Kent is a big team on a perimeter. They just are. Jacob, 6'3", Marion Thomas, 6'8", Von Cameron Davis, 6'5", Clarion Hornbeck, 6'9". They're not a huge team on the block, but they just have all wing kids that are big on the perimeter. And they have great guard play. This Kent team is the best team in this conference. I really like what they have. Did I get there with this one? Ultimately, I didn't. But I would lean Kent because they've been really good to me, and they've been just really good in general for bettors. Maybe you look at an under here as well. I could see this one kind of shaking out at 69, 64, something like that. 69, 60, 68, 62, something like that. 142.5 seemed a bit high, especially because to me, it's pace against pace. And to me, I don't think you're ever going to get to run with Ohio or with Kent. I'm sorry. Let's look at teams that want to run. Okay, for instance, Gonzaga. That got to 139, 73-66. Charleston, they want to run 74-72. Pretty low scoring for Charleston. Kent State, they played New Mexico State, 73-63. You look at the Toledo game, 75-63. Why is this total 142.5? It's banking on the fact that Ohio is going to get out and run because they play quick. But you don't get out in transition against Kent. They are going to dictate what they want to do. You're not going to do what you want to do. You're going to do what we want to do. That's what Kent basically says to you. And let's be real. Kent's not a great offense. They're a good offense. They're not great. What Kent does is they bang you on the boards and they make the free throws. And they extend the game and you do what they have to do to get it done. But like I said, Toledo, very quick up and down offense. 63 points. Houston, 49 points. This Kent team is good. Okay, and 142.5 seemed a bit high. You look at 8 road games for Kent this season, all 8 have gone under. So, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to play the under here, 142.5. To me, it's just too high. And I trust my handicapping. I ultimately don't play the games, but I trust what I do. And to me, I think this is a high 60s type of game. I think it's, like I said, 69, 62, something like that. 70, 64. I think 142 is too high. So I'm going to go under 142.5 in this one. And like I said, this kind of thing, 8 straight games on the road this year, all 8 have gone under. That's enough for me. 11 of 14 Kent games have gone under the number. And I think it correlates with liking Kent State here. If you like Kent, I think you go under. If you like the over, you should like Ohio. This is a ridiculous comment. What are you talking about? What the hell are you talking about? Listen, Caleb, I don't mean to knock you, but come on, man. Don't talk stupid, please. Don't come in and talk about the beloved Kent State Golden Flashes negatively. What do you mean you can't trust them? They've shut everybody down. You damn well can trust Kent State defensively. What are you talking about? You want to come with fact? Come with fact. But don't say this kind of shit. Glad to hear it. Who is your pick to win the Big East? I'm going to still go with Connecticut. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Speaking of defense and turnovers, Nadu, how many? No, I'll talk about that later, man. F&M is the best D3 team in the country. Yeah, I know. I got to go watch them soon. Their students are back on Monday, so I'm gonna probably go see them next week or next time they're at home. Kent State is 27th ranked D on KenPom. Yeah, that might be the best MAC defense ever. We can't say stupid things like this and just no one says anything. Caleb, if you're going to come in here, we're going to try to make you better, man. You can't be saying this kind of thing. Any thoughts on Purdue, Nebraska? No, I don't have much there. I leaned Purdue in the game, but I didn't have much there. I don't have any interest in any Big Ten tonight. I want to talk about this one. Butler and Villanova. And I was close here. I hate road favorites. If this were any other team, I'd play it, but it's Villanova, so I'm not fucking playing it. I hate Villanova. I hate this team. I hate this conference. Nothing about this is good to me. I hate it. I hate all of it. And then we realize, you look at as a dog this year, Butler is 0-7 against the number. 0-7. That means when they're catching points, they generally get fucking crushed. And then you look deeper at Butler and you say, what exactly does this team do well? Nothing. They are shit per usual. Villanova back to full health. Cam Whitmore's good to go. Something doesn't sit right to me. If Villanova isn't drawing free throw attempts, I don't know what they do on offense. I just don't. They just settle for threes constantly. It's an offense that I feel like I'm going to be edge of my seat with. I will not predicate myself on putting myself through it again. Just not doing it. I hate Villanova. I hate them as a team. I hate them as a university. And I just don't like betting on them. And I don't think they're very good. I think they're a team that's improving. Look, under Jay Wright, I think you had to respect him. Jay was a hell of a coach. But this, can't do it. All right. Caleb D. This is how Caleb D considers you a good or bad defense. They gave up 72 to Western Michigan. So, what? Listen, Caleb, let me explain to you what a bad defense is. A bad defense is a team that regularly gives up 80 or more points in college basketball. 75. Every night they're giving up 77, 84, 88, 100 occasionally. That's a bad defense. Caleb, please, I'm trying to help you here. Just trust what I'm saying. You seem like maybe you're at the point of no return and I can't help you. But so it's one game. How do you know the starters played? Maybe it was right before Thanksgiving or so. That doesn't mean anything, man. Let me tell you this. Texas gave up 116 points in a game this year. Do I think they're a bad defense? Nope. I think they're a good defense. I think they had one real bad game against a team that really couldn't miss. That's going to happen. Dream team lost occasionally. Michael Jordan. When they were 72-10, they lost 10 games. You don't win every game. You're going to have games where you don't play that well. And giving up 72 is bad? Since when? Shit, if my defense gave up 72 or less every game, I'd be very happy with that. Very happy. Kevin Reese, why did you give up on your trivia team? I made it very clear why I did, Kevin. There's nothing more to say about it, Kevin. I don't owe you any loyalty, and I don't know you, nor do I owe anyone. I'm trying to win and make a good decision. I think I need a new team. You know who I'm loyal to, Kevin? My family, my friends, people I'm close to. I love Cons. I love Tyler, but just looking for something different. That's all. Well, that's nice of you. I sure try. When will you guest host Only Stands? I'll guest host any show anybody wants me to do. I've not been asked. I would love to, though. I think that's a cool show, and it's an interesting niche for sure. So, yeah, anytime. Utah State seems like great value. I love that team. I want to talk quickly about that. I don't agree. Utah State pretty reliant on jump shots. If they're not going in, it can be a long night. Nevada's at home here. Nevada's really playing well. I like this team. This is another group we got to start paying some attention to. Reno is good. And I know they're off a loss to San Diego State, but do a lot of things well, man. Again, do the things that I like them to do as well. They make free throws, really make you work on defense. That's what's interesting about this team. They're really fast on offense, but you look at on defense. Average possession length 355. What does that mean? You got to really work. You're bleeding 20, 22 seconds every time you have the ball against them. They make you work on defense. They limit you in transition. For Utah State, it's all about hitting shots. They shoot a lot of jump shots. That's their thing. Number 1 in America in three-point percentage. If they make them, they're going to win. They don't. I don't like betting on those types of teams. I didn't have much here. Caleb D says, I played Butler. Well, good luck. I didn't. Do I have any thoughts on the Horizon League? Yeah, I like Youngstown. It's the only team I like there. Gonzaga is the definition of bad D. Yes, they are not a good defensive team. Have you looked at the slate tomorrow? Yes, I've patiently circled one game that I'm already interested in, and I'll be playing as soon as it comes out. Got to talk Spartans, Illinois. Well, we don't have to, and I don't want to. I don't have much interest there. As you said, line is fishy and staying away. Yeah, and I think Illinois is starting to find themselves again. I think it's a complete coin flip game. Truly. Bama let up 100. Right. Would you say they're a bad defense? Of course not. It's just not I'm not going to get mad at one game. Someone's asking, can you explain as to why Canisius is the best play on the board? No. Canisius is not the best play on the board. Canisius will never have money for me. What makes them be the number 1 play on the board? Up until recently, they were horrific. I mean, they hadn't won since mid-November. And now because they've beaten 2 bottom 50 teams in America, you're all of a sudden ready to put them as the number 1 team, number 1 play on the board? I don't think. In fact, I would probably play Marist in that game. John Dunn is a good coach. If you're going to be 8 with them, fine. What on earth would you want to bet Canisius for? If you want to, you're welcome to tell me why, and we can talk. Thank you, Sean. Appreciate that. Good point. Well done. Good point. Would you bet VCU Dayton? No, 2 teams I'm not real big on. VCU is just a team I can't really figure out. Dayton is a team that I was surprised by. They had a nice game the other night against Fordham University. I really just kind of took care of business. Dayton might be the best team in the A-10, man. They really might be. Are you loyal to the Nadu crew? Give loyalty to get loyalty. Listen, I'm loyal to people that I know personally. You know, those are the people that I earn that are loyal to me. But if you're good to me, I'll be good to you. But I'll be real. I don't know any of you personally. Have you ever hit up Hildy's? No. Hildy's ain't my kind of spot. I was at Brendy's last week, though, for about a half hour. I went over and saw a friend over there. But no, I don't go to Hildy's. Hildy's is a college bar, like a dive bar. It ain't my kind of thing. It's a biker spot, too. Ain't really my kind of place. I like kind of upscale type of bars, like music and club type atmosphere. I don't like any bar that you could smoke in. I don't want to be in it. Ain't my thing. Yep, like I said, no, I don't have much there. I don't know what that means. What does that mean? Track back west? I don't know what that means. I'm not from the West. I wouldn't be tracking back any. What do you mean? Speak English, will you? Kyle Wright, what does this even mean? Do you have any update on your track back west? I'm not from back west, so I'm not tracking back west ever. Kent State held the number 1 team in the country to 49. I know. Thank you for watching, man. Thank you for watching. Any thoughts on the Bengals Ravens? I know it's Sunday, but I figured I'd ask. Yeah, I lean Bengals. I love the Bengals. I picked them before the season to win the Super Bowl. Ravens obviously had personnel problems. A lot of points, though. Maybe they could sneak in a back door with the defense. The only game I've bet so far in the in the playoffs is the Chargers. And I talked about that last night. What are your favorite mid-major conferences to watch? WCC, Atlantic 10, Summit, uh, pretty much anyone. I don't really have any favorites. I just watch whatever. What is the best bar in Lancaster? Yeah, I've answered this question about 7,000 times. The only bar I go to outside of the Lancaster Cigar Bar is Yorgos. Cigar Bar and Yorgos. Those are my two spots. That's the only spots I go. Village is closed. Brickyard's closed. Tell Us I would never go to. Yeah, I don't go to anywhere else. Cigar Bar, Yorgos. Idaho. June, when the trial is. Can you put up your email? Sure, but listen, guys. Only send me an email if it's pressing. I don't really have the time to answer tons of emails. But sure, if you must email me, there it is. We'll be celebrating on Twitter after the Canisius cover. All right, good luck, man. Good luck. I haven't played it, so I wish you luck. Mount St. Mary's big man Malik Jefferson will not play tonight. Well, there you go. If you have that game, you might want to get out of it. Good luck, my man. I do as well. I'm not on the over in that game, though. I like the under. So I hope you're way wrong. Hey, Jeff, how are you? He says, I'm done with Gonzaga. Yeah. I don't know if I'm done with them, but yeah, I was pretty annoyed last night. We aren't doing anything. You can. We aren't doing anything, though. No. Bottom of the barrel. No interest. Jeff, it seems like you fancy the ladies of color. Weird way of putting it. Yes, I like black girls and Spanish girls. Yes, I've made that very clear. My favorite, Dominicans. Have I seen Odell Beckham's tweet? Yes, I've commented on that already. Favorite Saturday play? Well, you have to figure that out tomorrow. Probably an ACC team. We'll see if you can guess. No, he doesn't really do. I mean, outside of Mike, like put the podcast together, he doesn't. I don't really speak to Joe much, to be honest. I mean, a lot of this stuff is pretty easy to put together. So I've invited him, but he seems busy and stuff. So yeah, he's helpful with me with the pod, though. He puts that together for me, and we're trying to get him to the point where we can pay him. I don't have a producer at Barstool. I'm not given one at this point, so I have to do pretty much everything. So. We'll see. Maybe that'll change. We should at this point. We're doing 150,000 downloads a month on the sit down. I'm doing 300,000 to 500,000 views on YouTube a month. What more do we need? Well, good luck, man. That's a great number. Yes, they were very good last night. Shout out to Kelly. Kelly had Sun Devils. I like that one as well. It was a great call. I couldn't care less about Mike Williams. I don't care about players, really. Look at the line, buddy. Cliff says, I'm weird. You know that. I don't know who you are. If I did, I would know. Let me know a little bit more about who you are. Has anyone reached out to you for the dozen? No, they haven't. Well, you would probably want to go with sharp money there. Village used to be my spot. I've never been there, and thank God I never will. I don't see it. Great player, but I don't think he's got the ability to win that kind of award. Nope, I like the under there. I played the under. Hello?
Yes, Nadu, what's up?
Hey, listen, I'm doing a sports show right now. I'll call you in a few, all right?
I'm doing a show, so call me later.
All right.
It's nothing important, is it?
No.
All right.
All right. All right. I feel like Kelly in Vegas has been mushing the vibes. No. What? What the hell are you talking about? Where the fuck do you people come up with this shit? Kelly's the best. Jim Rue couldn't come on yesterday. That's why Kelly came on. Kelly usually comes on Wednesdays. How do I get started doing a podcast like this? Create a YouTube channel. It's pretty easy. Everybody can do it. Get a StreamYard account and start rocking. Would you ever do a show with Donnie Wrightsett again? Absolutely. I speak to Donnie all the time. Well, maybe we'll get him on next week. We'll do some NFL stuff. We'll try to get him on for 10, 15 minutes. Appreciate that. Thank you. Do you have any thoughts on Manny Young? It's not part of Philadelphia. I haven't been there ever. How? She hit the Sun Devils last night. Guys, listen, don't come in here and talk shit, please. Not gonna lie, you're the king of Twitter Space. It's very informative and entertaining. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. That's nice of you. I try. I like to learn, man. Thank you, Bullet Club. I appreciate that. Top 3 Mafia movies. Gotti, the HBO version. Donnie Brasco. Or Bronx Tale, Donnie Brasco. Top 3. I said top 2, but I apologize. I should have said top 3. So Gotti, HBO, number 1. Bronx Tale, number 2. Donnie Brasco, number 3. Miss me with the Goodfellas bullshit. I'm good. 4, maybe. Good. Fine. But, yeah. I'm good. He can do that himself if he wants to. Favorite team in the Summit? UMKC. Jeff, who is the most famous person in your contacts non-Barstool? Who is the most famous person in my contact non-Barstool? Let me take a look. I mean, obviously Dave Portnoy would be number 1, but he's obviously Barstool. Let me think. Let me look through here. John Alight, he's pretty famous. In my world, Kevin Connolly, Jerry Ferrara. I mean, they're both in my contacts. I know them both well. Have had some good conversations with them. Who else here? Michael Gruen. A lot of people know him. Who else? None of these people are associated with Barstool. I have some mob guys, but I'm not going to mention them here. OT the Real, he's pretty famous. That's funny. Yeah, I have several mobsters that are pretty popular. But yeah, I would say I would say Kevin Connolly and Jerry Ferrara. They would probably be the most famous. Kelly is the best. Yes, she is. Was that your plug? No, I don't smoke. I don't do no drugs. It's just a friend. He's another YouTuber. Thank you, Albie. Absolutely, we will. Yep, I don't have nothing on that one. Sorry. Are you going to do a Twitter Spaces tonight? I might, but it's not going to be. It's going to be an Idaho murder one. It's not going to be anything about like just random shit. Cheese Whiz, no. Eat Cheese Whiz when you're in prison. You don't eat that on the street. Departed is better. No, it isn't. All right. What the hell? Caleb or Cliff, what are you talking about, man? You're talking a lot of shit, man. I don't know what you're going on about. Big man, do a lot of people recognize you when you go out? Like, do random people come up to you and say it is the Riz King? No, people don't say he's the Riz King, but yeah, but a lot of people come up to me. Yes, particularly mostly young people. I want to come to your birthday. All right. Well, it's an open invite. Anybody can come. I haven't talked to Morency in a while. I hope he's doing well. You're followed by John Cena? I didn't know that. He's Albanian, so that's probably why. By the way, I saw the bracket was doing most likable or like most widely likable people. And I didn't get to watch the whole show, but I have one that has to be the winner. The Rock. He has to be the most universally liked person in the world, isn't he? I mean, have you ever met, or Shaq? Have you ever met anyone that said they didn't like The Rock or Shaq? I mean, like The Rock is universally loved. I've always said I think if he runs for president, he would win. I think The Rock is the most universally liked person. Now, again, I haven't watched the bracket, so I don't know. But I'm just asking. He's got to be number one. Super universally liked. I don't really like Snoop Dogg. He's just all right, I guess, but I don't think he's that likable. When's your birthday party? I've talked about it. It's in Lancaster. We'll carve out the details. Kobe is not universally liked. Rest in peace, but there's a lot of people that didn't like Kobe for some of his behavior. Trust me. Thank you. Have a good night, man. Why wouldn't it be? Don't try to start trouble here. Yeah, I would go with The Rock. By the way, I was watching Snitch last night. That's a good movie. Shout out to that movie. A lot of good actors in that as well. John Bernthal, Michael Kenneth Williams, rest in peace. Rochelle Ryan, oh, that's my girl. I love Rochelle. Shout out to Rochelle. She's I have her on my phone. There's another one. Is she considered famous? There you go. I forgot about Rochelle. She's probably a top 3 most famous person in my phone. Rochelle Ryan, Kevin Connolly, and Jerry. There you go. Your picks are only listed here. Do you tweet them out? Nope, I put them here. I like under 142.5, Kent and Ohio, and I like over 145. Cornell and Yale. That starts in about 20 minutes. Neil K says this guy looks like Bayonne, New Jersey was a person. Fair enough. I don't mind. I'm not from Bayonne, but thanks. All right, guys, I'm out of here. You guys have a great evening. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. If you've enjoyed this show, do me a favor, hit that like button. Even if you haven't, hit that like button anyway. Please show some love. And I'll be back on Monday with another new episode. I also, like I said, will be live tomorrow on Twitter Spaces, 11 a.m. with Kelly in Vegas and Megan making money. So make sure you join us for that. Talking a little hoops on a Saturday. Let's get a couple of half-unit winners tonight. Again, remember, I'm just playing for a half a unit. Don't want to go crazy on a Friday. So I hope you have a great evening. I'll see you next time. See you Monday. Bye-bye.